Welcome to your weekly airplane news update. This is the week of August 29th, 2022. And this week we have 4 stories. The first one is 2 pilots on an Air France flight get into a fight. We talk about Piedmont Airlines that is offering jobs to laid off pilots without doing any interviews. We'll talk also about pilots that threaten to turn the plane around. This is just a funny story right there, because passengers were airdropping nude pictures, and then a flight from Mexico to LA turned back because there was an engine trouble. So let's get to it. And the first story this week is 2 pilots that are in timeout at the moment because they came up to a blow in the cockpit. The incident happened in June, and the details at this stage are pretty scarce, but the flight happened to be between Geneva in Switzerland and Paris, and the members of the cabin had to come up and break up the fight between the 2 pilots, and then one of the crew members actually had to chaperone the 2 for the remainder of the flight. So if you want more information, we'll put the link down in the description, but this is just a bizarre story. The next story is Piedmont Airlines is offering jobs to pilots that were laid off from ExpressJet. We talked about ExpressJet last week, going chapter 11, and no one wants to see an airline fail, they said. And we know that pilots from ExpressJet are very well-trained aviators who know the Embraer 145, and then we are pleased to make the transition as easy as possible for them. This was a quote from someone from Piedmont Airlines. They said that they're using the distress carrier provision in the ALPA contracts that they have to allow them to make an offer for what they call a safe haven for pilots that lost their job during the business failure. So if you want more information, again, we'll put the link down in the description. The next story this week is also a bizarre one. This is a Southwest flight that was headed to Cabo, and they threatened to turn the plane around while they were still on the ground. This was due to the fact that a passenger was airdropping nude images to others during the flight. And so here's what the captain said word to word. So here's the deal. If this continues while we're on the ground, I'm going to have to pull back into the gate. Everybody's going to have to get off. We're going to have to get security involved, and vacations are going to be ruined. So folks, whatever the airdrop thing is, quit sending naked pictures and let's get ourselves to Cabo. So this is what the pilot said. Again, bizarre story. Please don't be that person. Nobody wants to see that. And the last story this week, a flight from Mexico to LA had to turn back because they had engine trouble. The airline said that the fire was caused by friction of metal inside of the engine. This was an Airbus A320. They turned around, laid it back safely in Mexico, and everybody was safe. So again, more information down in the description. And that's it. That's all we have for you this week. As always, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.